Through the years, I have been known by many names. Diablo Gato, the Furry Lover, and the Ginger Hitman. But to most, I am Boos. Hey, Boos!
Someone must extinguish thy flame.
No hablo inglés.
Fear me if you dare! What can I say?
But we haven't even touched on the real joy of Elden Ring's DLC. No,
My name is
not the epic bosses, shiny loot, or that satisfying moment when you find a side of grace after being lost forever. I'm talking about the NPCs. You know those delightful weirdos scattered across the lands between? One moment you're speaking to an old Kron who somehow knows every secret about you.
your fingers. Please, your fingers.
And the next you're listening to a knight who has lost all his way, along with his dignity. But let's face it. It wouldn't be a FormSoft game without erratic NPCs dropping cryptic, vague lore that leaves you scratching your head. And just when you think you've got it figured out, bam, you're betrayed. It's classic FormSoft. You thought you were making a friend or earning a quest, reward, but instead, that's just the dagger in your back. It's like they took inspiration from the worst first dates imaginable. Oh, you've been loyal. Surprise, I'm the villain now. Thanks, Mizarki. Really appreciate it. Yet, there's something undeniably captivating about those NPCs. Take Balad, for instance, half-wolf, tragic backstory, and even more tragic fate. You can't help but root for him, even though you know his story won't end well. Or Ronnie the Rich, who is mysterious and just untrustworthy enough that you can't help but follow her quest line, even if it's leading you straight to danger. That's the beauty of FormSoftware's NPCs. You're constantly from between trust and hesitation, wondering why you're getting attacked when you know they'll either die or betray you. But we keep coming back. We invest emotionally.
You are maidenless.
Emotionally. Get drawn into their tragedies, their old quirks, their cryptic messages, and then when everything inevitably goes sideways, we blame ourselves for caring too much. You'd think we'd learn after this first betrayal, but no, we're back at it again, giving every new NPC the benefit of the doubt. The world of Elden Ring is essentially one long therapy session for those of us who really enjoy emotional pain. Let's admit it, we're all a bit masochistic for sticking around. Then there are the NPCs, so unsettlingly weird. You wonder if the developers were in the midst of fever dream when they created them. Take Patches, for example. If you ever played a FormSoft game before, you know this sneaky weasel is always lurking around the corner, waiting to pull a trick on you. He's consistent though. You see him, you know he's up to no good, yet you still think, maybe this time he's changed. Spoiler alert, he hasn't. But these NPCs are more than just quest givers or background characters. They're woven into the fabric of the world, making the lands between feel alive in ways few games can. You encounter them, interact with them, and sometimes just watch them leave and live their lives oddly. Like the one guy sitting by a campfire offering vague advice. Never quite know if he's a friend or foe,
Ah, yes, yes. Friend or foe?
or something in between. But he's always there, waiting for you to figure it out or fall into his next trap. Let's not forget the environment itself, though. Elden Ring isn't just a game you play, it's a world you get lost in, literally. You think you've seen everything, and then bam! You stumble upon a hidden area filled with unimaginable horrors. It's just not the vastness of the world that's impressive. It's the meticulous detail.
16 times the detail. 16 times the detail.
From ancient crumbling ruins to poisonous, ominous swamps, every area feels carefully crafted and to immerse you further into the game. Every location tells a story, whether it's the remnants of a long-forgotten battle or a mysterious cave concealing gratuitous characters. You could be strolling through a golden meadow, feeling safe and serene, only to find yourself moments later in a foggy forest, where every shadow could be your undoing. And the architecture, massive bridges, Gothic towers, towering castles, it's all so epic. No other world truly captures it. You find yourself stopping just to take in the grandeur right before something inevitably tries to murder you. Of course, what's exploration without danger? Poisonous swamps? Check. Lava-filled caverns? Check. Giant rolling boulders? Check. Check. It's frustrating, sure, but it also makes the world feel alive. It's not just about reaching the next boss or unlocking the next level or fast travel. It's about surviving. Every step you take feels earned. Every discovery a reward for your persistence and determination. The world of Elden Ring constantly challenges you, keeping you on edge in every aspect and most peaceful looking areas. Now, let's get to the bosses. Oh, the bosses.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes! Yes!
Wait. Now, rot.
They're the stuff of nightmares. Gratuitous, terrifying, and utterly challenging. From towering dragons and dungeons to humanoid warriors whose skills outmatch your own. Every boss fight feels climatic, like you've reached the peak of some grand epic. And the difficulty. Let's just say there's a reason the Grit God meme exists.
In the immortal words of the roly-poly Elder Lords. Get good, Scrub.
These fights just don't test your skills, they test your patience and determination. You'll die a lot, but with every death, you earn something. How to dodge that one attack, how to parry perfectly. It's painful, soul-crushing at times, but also deeply rewarding.
It's like a reward.
Then there's multiplayer. Nothing bonds players like summoning a random stranger to help you take down a boss that's been tormenting you for hours. You don't know their name, their story, or where they're from.
Who the hell are you?
But a few precious minutes, they're your best friend. And when you finally defeat that boss together, pure euphoria. You might never see that player ever again. But in that brief moment, you shared something special. Something only fellow tarnished souls could understand.
He was special.
Of course. There's the flip side. PvP invasions. The dread when you see a dark spirit has invaded. They're out there, lurking, ready to ruin your day. And they always seem to have some overpowered build that counters everything you've worked on. But that's part of the fun, right?
I can't remember the last time a new tarnished made their way to the round table.
Mistaken for a brothel, honest mistake.
Where have you been hiding? I took you for dead.
Am I not?
thrill of trying to outsmart your opponent, or the frustration when they crush you in seconds. But even in defeat, there's respect. There's just another tarnished like you, trying to survive. Then, we can't ignore the community. The Elden Ring fan base is something else. Memes, deep dive lore analysts, endless discussions.
We're discussing important
Like the Pope.
things. Come on.
People dissect every cryptic line of dialogue, debate the meaning of events, and share their misadventures. The creativity is next level. Fan art, fan fiction, crossplay, you name it. Some players recreate boss fights in real life, armor and all, turning Elden Ring into a lifestyle. There are even Souls-like workout routines, pure torture. But hey, if dodging attacks for hours teaches you anything, it's that endurance is key. And then there are the infamous messages. You know, those glowing texts scattered across the ground, offering helpful advice from other players, except most are either useless or designed to trick you into doing something dumb. Like, try jumping on the edge of a cliff or illustriously wall ahead when there isn't. But once in a while, a message will accurately save you from an ambush or guide you to a hidden treasure. You never know what you'll get, but you can't help but stop and read them all just in case. And of course, the bloodstains. Those eerie red marks that you see and you witness the last moments of another player's life. Whether they were ambushed or just made a bad decision, you get to see exactly what went wrong. Sometimes as a warning, sometimes just for morbid curiosity. It's humbling watching others fall victim to the same traps and mistakes. A constant reminder that in this world, everything is a struggle.
The struggle was real.
That's the charm of Elden Ring. It's not just about the gameplay. It's about the shared experiences, the collective suffering and triumphs. We're all in this brutal world together, battling through challenges and designed to push us to our limits. The sense of camaraderie is unique, even though we're all wandering alone through the last and the lands of the in-between. Speaking of the atmosphere, let's not forget the sound design. Sure, everyone talks about the visuals and combat, but the sound, unrated. The way the music swells during boss fights, building tension and fear. To fade into eerie silence when you're exploring unsettling areas. It's masterful. The ambient sounds of creaking ruins, distant creature cries, and howling winds immerse you in the world that feels constantly on the edge of collapse. And then, of course, there's the iconic "You Died" chime. A simple sound, yet one that haunts every player. A reminder of your failures, but also of the challenge that lies ahead. Let's talk lore. From Software games are known for their deep, eradicate lore, and Elden Ring is no exception. But here, you have to work for it. Piece together cryptic NPC dialogue, item descriptions. It's about surviving another player's relentless assault, outsmarting them, or embracing the chaos. Whether you win or lose, every encounter feels unpredictable, forging unforgettable moments in Elden Ring. Beautiful and brutal world.
Where's your lunch?
Food means nothing when you're rich. It's too cheap.
Sushi.
Look at this power. This comes from the food I eat. You're telling me you're gonna get power from sushi?
Rice, raw fish, and seaweed.
Chopsticks out, dipping it in the sauce.
Hey, son, couldn't have a better boy. You've always been my big boy, and there's none to replace you. I will see you tomorrow, and someday I'll see you in heaven. But it'll be good. Love you. Bye, son.